Need some coins for that God Squad you've always wanted? For fast and cheap coins, check out instantmudcoins.com and use code ZERK for 20% off. Link is in the description.
The whole thing wobbin', wobbin'. When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin'.
What's going on, guys? It's Zirksee coming at you today with another YouTube video, and today I'm going to be going over the power-ups that we have coming out tomorrow with Wildcard Wednesday. As you guys know, we are getting power-ups tomorrow, and last week, Kralo did come on the stream, and he said that with the power-ups, they were going to be from a promo. But then this morning, he said they would be from promos, and then he did tell the team that he wanted to see some variety in them. So, I'm going to let you guys know right now that I'm about to go over some of the power-ups coming out tomorrow. It's currently 7 p.m. I'm going to wait until 8 p.m. to actually finish with this video because I'm hoping that there's more cards. I do want to give a shout out to Lawrence Sherman for being a part of the Noti Gang. If you guys want a chance to be shout out in the next video, drop a like in the vid, make sure you guys are subbed to the channel, turn the notification bell on, and comment down below Noti Gang. Now, I will say right off the bat that this was something that I kind of expected to see was Campus Heroes, and I'm going to go over these powers right here and talk about this, but as you guys can see, we do have Randy Cross, we have Matt Leinart, we have Reggie Nelson, Jeremy Shockey, Jonathan Vilma, also have Pat Watkins, there's Nick Fairley, Bruce Matthews, Ozzie Newsome, which Ozzie actually is not a bad one. I'm going to assume here that you could probably add in his 95 overall, right, from the Black History Month. So if you're able to do that, that makes Ozzie Newsome definitely one of the better power-ups because at least he has got the 95 overall Black History Month player, which also, if he is in a power-up here, I'm going to guess there'll be like a training option since the only way you guys can get him is if you have the NAT option or the NAT version of him. So I'm going to guess there'll be a training option there for his 95 if EA allows you to add it to the power-up. Don't see why they want it. We also have Matt Stinchcomb, Herschel Walker, Vince Wilfork, Keyshawn Johnson, Maurice Jones-Drew, Ken Norton, Cadillac Williams, Peter Warwick, and also Mr. Timothy Tebow. Now, those are all the power-ups they just revealed at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, right? So, number one issue here is that these players are all 92s, right? None of these cards are actually 95 overalls, except for Ozzie Newsome because he does have the 95 overall. But all the rest of these power-ups are for players who currently have only got 92 overall cards in the game. Now, we did expect to see a Campus Hero simply just because, you know, there are a bunch of players that don't have power-ups. I believe none of them actually have power-ups. Off the top of my head anyways, maybe there's like one or two, whatever, but I don't think any of them even do 92 or 95 overalls. I believe these were like their first cards in the game. The thing is, though, they already get all the team chems. So, really, the only point of giving them power-ups now is to give 92 overall cards a +1, which, at this point in the game, like, if these are the only power-ups we have tomorrow, and I really hope that at 8 p.m. there's more power-ups to add on to this video, because this would be seriously disappointing. These power-ups would be basically useless at this point to 92 overall players. Now, given a lot of these people will get upgrades down the road, right? You kind of have to expect that. Tim Tebow may get some sort of card later on. Some of these guys will get, you know, Ultimate Legends. Keyshawn Johnson, Maurice Jones-Drew, Cadillac Williams, they'll probably get, you know, ULs. Herschel Walker, I'd imagine, will get one. You guys can see the rest of the players here, but from the community and also from myself, I will say this first batch here of 18 players is definitely a big L. And also, not only is this a big L because we're giving players like Keyshawn Johnson, who has 88 speed, a power-up, which means that even with this power-up, he's still not even close to usable at this point, but also, they didn't even give all the 92 overall power-ups here, unless these are the other cards they're about to tweet out at 8 p.m., which if that is so, yeah, I'm going to be a little bit mad. So I really hope that today it's not just 92 overalls and there are actually more power-ups. Alright guys, so it is now 8 p.m. and I have to say, I have taken this last hour or so to kind of think about this a little bit more. And by the way, there's no more power-ups. So EA did not tweet out anything else. If, you know, there's something else in the morning, then there's something else in the morning, but I don't believe so. I believe these are all the power-ups that we have tomorrow. We have 18 92 overall Campus Hero players coming tomorrow. Now, as I said, I've taken the last hour or so to kind of think about this, And really, I only see two scenarios where the community is not in extreme outrage over them literally just giving us 92 overall player power-ups. And one of those scenarios is if EA does say that we have a power-up expansion kind of coming tomorrow. Now, if you guys are not familiar with the power-up expansion, this is something that they did later on in the year last year, but I'm talking much later. Basically, it was kind of like, to be honest, to make up for the lack of promos that they had. Like, it kind of just felt like last year there were supposed to be more promos, more players put in the game, and there just weren't. So what we ended up getting was a power-up expansion for a couple of weeks towards the end of the year, where a bunch of players got a bunch of upgrades where you just would use training and their power-ups to take them to a higher overall. So if EA announces tomorrow there is a power-up expansion with all these power-ups and they go up to, like, you know, 96 at least overall. I think 96 would have to be at least what these guys go up to be usable with these cards. And to be honest, at 96 overall, someone like Pat Watkins would be pretty solid. Ozzie Newsome already has, you know, the 95 overalls to be powered up to a 96. So I guess it would kind of make sense for them to do exactly 96 overall so that all these power-ups would actually match up with Ozzie Newsome. If, of course, you know, his 95 does go into there. Herschel Walker would probably be pretty solid. Keyshawn Johnson would probably be decent, like, he'd be pretty slow, but he'd probably have pretty decent rounding and a catch and everything like that. Cadillac Williams, Peter Warwick, and obviously Tim Tebow. I feel like there would actually be some decent, usable cards if all of these guys could be powered up to a 96 overall. That is honestly the only way that I see tomorrow. People are not upset about this, and again, this is just complete speculation by me. They haven't said anything at all, but just kind of my thinking on why in the heck would they do this? And number two is that they announced tomorrow that these players got power-ups because they are all going to be getting upgrades very soon. And either which way, I think they are going to getting upgrades very soon. As I said, I think a lot of these cards are going to get Ultimate Legends or other upgrades, Team Diamonds 2 potentially even. If they come out tomorrow and say, you know, all these cards are going to get Team Diamond 2 upgrades, whatever, then I guess, you know, it's whatever. But there are just so many different players that we actually wanted to see get power-ups, from NFL honors to wherever. Like Chase Claypool could have got a power up, Jeremy Chin could have got a power up, so many different players. And to be honest, even these 95 overall players would have been pretty good to get power ups. Like, if you're gonna give us the campus hero upgrades, I would have much rather preferred the 95s, because someone like Roy Williams here, this card actually powered up would be really good. Like, powered up with lockdown, we're talking 99 zone, he'd be at 95 speed with a 94 acceleration. He would get that little bit of boost that he actually needs to be one of the better safeties in the game. There's a lot of good players in here like D'Angelo Hall, who would be up to 95 speed with 94 acceleration, you know. Definitely some upgrades that are possible. Marcel Reese is one that I've seen a lot of people actually enjoying as of recently. I think there are a lot of reasons why they should have gave the 95 overall players power-ups over the 92s. Tony Dorsett would have been a really good card, but as I said, I mean, to me, the only way that this is even, like, okay is if they either announce tomorrow that there's a power-up expansion and these cards are going to 96 overalls and their power-ups, you can use training to upgrade them, or they say they're getting upgrades, like, this week. So unfortunately, guys, that is all the news that I have for you, and I know that Twitter currently is going crazy, and I'm sure you guys in the comment section probably not going to be too happy about this either, but I'll keep you guys posted in the morning. Hopefully they'll say something about it, but I'm really hoping they don't just fire up the stream and say, yep, here are the power-ups. I really hope they say, you know, here are some upgrades to them. But with that being said, guys, I hope you did enjoy the video, and if you did, make sure to drop a like the video, and of course hit that sub button down below. We really waited this long to get power-ups, and we get 92 campus heroes. I'll see you guys next time.